What up, though? OG Kenny, O_G_ Kenny, every time from the streets TV. Another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yesterday was a rough one for me. At this pace, I've been doing my episodes the day that I drop them on. That's why some of them like come late. Some of them don't load to midnight. Like Church Crime Sunday, that probably didn't load to after midnight. Like probably really was Church Crime Monday at that point. But I literally been trying to do them every day. But yesterday was a rough one for me because, let me show you my bro. I got this old bitch, you feel me? My bro. Rest in peace, Kevin Golden. It was a rough day. So I hope y'all forgive me for taking the day off, but I'm back and I want to take y'all. This is a rough story for me, right? Like telling it because the story revolves around somebody I was in love with, right? And this like really like was a testament of faith to me because my first time being incarcerated, my first few months in, I'm calling home playing cat and mouse with my boo thing, and I couldn't get in touch with her, right? And it wasn't my boo thing at the time, but it was just somebody that I held dear. If I hear a lot of noise, I'm up here at the liquor store. I'm literally up here at Kenwood Liquor Market. I was riding down Woodward. I pulled over heading to Highland Park and said I'm gonna stop here because I've been going to this store for years when I'm riding down Woodward, but that's why y'all hear the noise. Anywho, my high school sweetie Maria. We met 19, probably 3, right? Anyway, maybe even 4. But yep, it was there, 93. So anyway, we met, we high school sweeties, we was in drama class together. So we did this play together, right? This play was about this dude leaving the streets, ironic, right? This dude named D leaving the streets, and his name was D, short for dance, corny, right? But he was trying to leave the streets, and the last day, his last little thing he was doing for his homeboy C, he ended up getting shanked and falling on the ground. And actually somebody clowned me because I was chunky back then, like, get your fat ass up, you ain't dead. Listen, the whole audience went crazy. But when I came backstage, I'm like, I'm beating somebody. She grabbed me and kissed me. And it was like, calm down, relax. That was like one of my first real kisses as an adult. You gotta think, I had just turned 18. I had kissed a little bit like in my little petty days, but that was like a first, you hear me? I fell in love with that girl. Me and her ended up like together for a few years. We ended up together for a few years. We end up after them few years working together, doing that course. We hadn't lost the baby. She was 8.5 months pregnant when she had a stillbirth with our kid. So when I go do a bid for the first time in 97 to 90 to 02, I told her, because we wasn't together. We hadn't been together about a year or so, right? We had broke up and kind of went our separate ways because it was so much stress. She was under pressure, she was depressed. Losing our kid was heavy on her, it was real rough on her. And I still love her to this day as a person, you know, that I care about forever. And so this what happened. I'm playing cat and mouse with this girl, trying to get in touch with her, because like this is the closest thing I got to a woman in the streets, and I just need to hear somebody's voice, a female voice. I'm around hard legs all day, every day, and it's driving me insane. You understand me? So, I have a dream. I had a dream, like MLK. I have a dream that she's pregnant, and in the dream, she's telling me she's pregnant at the exact location that she found out she was pregnant in real life with our kid. Right? So I wake up. I go right to the phone after I get my little hygiene together. I call her mama rather, because she didn't have her own phone. It's the house phone. I call. It's 90, so anybody has cell phone. So I called the home phone. Miss Jefferson, or Miss Steele rather, she answers, and like, hold on, Maria here. My whole everything just lit up. You hear me? This months and months I hadn't talked to her. Months I hadn't seen her. And it was just like, this the closest thing I had to like real love in the street. So when she answered, she's like, oh my God, Kenneth. You know, she called me Kenneth. So we get to talking and whatnot and all that. And anyway, we talking and she's explaining to me what she been going through lately, right? I'm like, damn, okay. I'm explaining to her how this prison stuff working out for me so far and all that, right? So speed the story up. It got quiet for a minute. And she said, well, I might as well tell you. I said, tell me what? She said, I'm expecting a child. Let me explain something. My whole soul dropped to the floor. My heart hit the bottom of my stomach. I felt like I was gonna throw up and pass out and cry all at the same time. Even though this was my woman no more. But I kept it G. And the only thing I could think of saying was, I knew that already. I already knew that. She told me, how you know? I'm like, cause last night I had a dream about you. And remember, cause I like earlier in the conversation, I said I had a dream about you last night. She didn't let me get the words out. She got to talking and running things down. So I said, remember I told you I had a dream about you last night? I said, in that dream, you was pregnant, and you told me you was pregnant right over there on 7 Mile in Greenfield at the same spot. I think it was Summit. Summit Healthcare, whatever it's called. You told me you was pregnant in that dream last night, the same spot. You told me that you was pregnant with our daughter. And she kind of was like, she got a little quiet, got a little emotional, you know. And the only thing I asked her was, you happy? You know, how you feel? How you feel about this dude and all that? So you got a kid coming with, right? She's like, I'm good. She said, I'm okay. It's cool. I don't think, she might have been feeling even a little more than what she laid on to, but I didn't want to press the issue because, you know, I understood. I had 5 years to do. I cared about her enough to say, listen, don't worry about me. She's like, no, I'm going to still be here for you and all that. And I'm thinking like, listen, I'm 22 at the time. Maria probably had just turned 19. I'm turning 19. I didn't want her going through that. I didn't want that for her. I said, don't worry about all that. But let me explain something to y'all, man. I was depressed for a lot of months after that. And I think that was part of the reason I acted out so much during that first little time I was locked up and caught so many tickets and wasn't taking sanctions seriously. They say you on top lock, you on LOP. I might have to do a whole video explaining y'all what top lock and LOP is, right? But my thing was, I'm not about to do this 5 years stressing and worrying where you at, what you doing, what's on your mind, none of that type of stuff. I had to stay focused and I had to keep my mind on the goal, which is to stay as ticket free as possible and go home. That didn't work. I caught plenty of tickets and I got a lot more stories detailing that time. But I want to say this to all the young brothers, the young sisters, and even the ones who ain't so young, right? Being locked up is hell. I tell a lot of funny stories, a lot of interesting stories, but I was sad, man. I was hurt. I was a young dude, to me. I mean, I had tore a bunch of stuff up in the streets and I did a lot of dirt. Let's put it like that, right? I ain't gonna get into the details of that, but I sat there and I had all that time to think about that, my decisions, and I really was regretting the fact that somebody had got my one thing knocked up. I was hurt. I cried sometime at night. I woke up in the night, you know, I sucker stroked. I can admit that. I sucker stroked. I did. But it ain't last long. It ain't last long. After about a month or two of that, maybe even 3, off and on thinking about it, I kind of tightened up and put my big boy drawers on, but I was hurt. You can't imagine the person that you just thinking in your mind that eventually I'm gonna get out of here and that's who I'm going home to. She gonna be blah, 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 age, I'm gonna be blah. So I knew, I'm like, when I come home, I'm gonna be 25, 26 years old, about 26, and she gonna be about 23, and we gonna rock out. We still gonna be young. We gonna be young, the bag is heavy, I'm gonna take care of her, I'm gonna spoil her, and to find out that, you know, somebody got to it, you know, got her knocked up. And then she didn't really want to tell me. And I think it's because we both went through so much when she lost my kid. But yeah, I don't never want to see none of y'all go through this, man. That's why I tell all these stories. Like, I got my heart broke on that phone, and I didn't know I cared about her that much still at that moment. It's hard, like when you out here hard body, you moving around, you're not really paying attention to the girls that's in your life. You don't pay them no attention for real. Just imagine though, going and doing the bid for the first time, getting locked up, having 5, 6 or more years to do, and having to take it on the chin that not only is you not seeing this woman again, but she already done chose up. She already getting smashed. She already done got knocked up. Wasn't no turning back on that for me, because one of my main rules when I got locked up was, okay, you're gonna get some, you know, because I'm gonna get something, but don't have nobody else, baby. Don't get nothing. Don't catch nothing. Don't have nobody else, baby. You understand what I'm saying? That was the rules. That's one of the main rules that dudes who locked up would tell their woman, or a chick would tell her dude probably, don't get nobody pregnant or don't get knocked up, you know? All that go out the window when you get locked up. All that logical stuff that you're thinking of, all that, she gonna hold me down, I took care of her. You got rare ones. You got the rare ones that'll hold you down. You got the rare ones that'll hold. I saw my mama hold my old dude down thoroughly. I saw my homegirl Linda hold my dude, Jabbo X down for 20 years off and on. 20 or something years, you understand what I'm saying? So they thorough. I know some thorough ones, don't play. But my thing is few and far in between. So I caution y'all, if y'all out here in these streets, y'all running around with that bag, y'all letting that blicky go, y'all posting, y'all hitting them OT trips, y'all scamming and swiping and jugging and everything else you could think of to get to that bag, man. If things go wrong, God forbid, things go wrong, and you gotta take that ride, wherever you with, let them go on about their business, man. Let them go on about their business, let them live their life, because you ain't gonna want to deal with that pain, the hurt, and the disappointment. I promise you that. Another one, man. I love y'all, man. OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny, at Retired from the Streets TV. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be safe, and I'm out.